Let's play a game. I'll name a Dwayne Johnson movie and you try to describe the plot without mentioning explosions, muscles, or saving the world. Ready? San Andreas, Rampage, Black Adam, Red One. Harder than you thought, right? This little exercise reveals a much bigger problem with The Rock's career. A problem we're about to dig into. And once you see it, you won't be able to unsee it. Remember when The Rock was Hollywood's golden goose? His movies were guaranteed box office smashes, drawing crowds with his charisma and his biceps. But lately, it seemed like Dwayne Johnson's Midas touch has turned to rust. Let's take a closer look at his recent string of disappointment. Johnson boldly proclaimed that Oppenheimer had inspired him to shoot Red One on IMAX, calling it a potential game changer. But the only game it changed was how to lose studio money. Red One's performance was less than stellar, barely breaking even with its hefty budget. On the opening weekend, it only made $33 million. And Red One isn't alone in The Rock's Hall of Shame. Black Adam, his passion project and supposed launchpad for a new DC universe, crashed and burned. Despite Johnson's enthusiastic promotion, the film struggled to recoup its $260 million budget. Red Notice, his Netflix blockbuster, fared a bit better in terms of viewership, but its astronomical $200 million price tag raised eyebrows about its true value. This pattern of underperformance goes beyond just a couple of films. Rampage and Skyscraper, both big budget action flicks, failed to ignite at the box office. Even Jungle Cruise, backed by the Disney machine, couldn't sail to financial success. So, is this just a temporary rough patch for The Rock, or are we witnessing the erosion of a once unshakable career? The numbers paint a pretty grim picture. When we tally up the estimated losses from his recent films, we're looking at hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars down the drain for Hollywood. That's enough to make any studio executive break out in a cold sweat. But here's the thing about Hollywood. It's not just about dollars and cents. Critical acclaim can sometimes outweigh financial losses, especially for an actor looking to prove their range. So, how are critics responding to The Rock's recent work? Are they seeing hidden depths in his performances, or is the shine wearing off his star power? Let's dive into what the experts are saying about Dwayne Johnson's acting chops. Critics once hailed The Rock as the next big action star, but lately their reviews sound more like eulogies for his career. What caused this seismic shift in perception? The answer might surprise even the most devoted fans of the people's champ. Critical reception plays a crucial role in an actor's career, often shaping public opinion and industry opportunities. And for years, Dwayne Johnson rode a wave of positive reviews, with critics praising his magnetic screen presence and ability to elevate even the most formulaic scripts. But as we look at his recent filmography, a troubling trend emerges. Let's take a closer look at the numbers. On Rotten Tomatoes, Johnson's average critic score has been on a steady decline. Black Adam, his much-hyped superhero debut, sits at a disappointing 39%. Compare this to his earlier hits like Moana, 95%, or the first Jumanji reboot, 76%, and the contrast is stark. But what are critics actually saying? Peter Travers didn't pull any punches in his Black Adam review, writing sarcastically, "Of course, no movie with Johnson, one of the most likable hogs in Hollywood's action industrial complex, can be a total loss. Ouch." The Hollywood Reporter's David Rooney was equally unimpressed with Red Notice, noting that there's nothing groundbreaking in Red Notice. His views on Red One are the same too, where he writes, "Red One is the equivalent of a lump of coal in your Christmas stocking." These aren't isolated opinions, unfortunately. They reflect a growing consensus that The Rock's performances have become stale and one-dimensional. This raises an important question. Has Johnson's acting range expanded over time, or has he become trapped in a muscle-bound stereotype? Early in his career, he showed promise in more nuanced roles like Be Cool or Pain and Gain, but recent years have seen him leaning heavily into the same action hero archetype with little variation or growth. Is The Rock's star power fading in Hollywood? The data suggests a concerning trend. His Q score, which measures celebrity appeal, has dropped significantly in recent years. Additionally, his films are no longer guaranteed opening weekend winners, a stark contrast to his former status as a reliable box office draw. But there's more to stardom than just acting chops. As Johnson's on-screen appeal wanes, he's been pivoting hard towards another aspect of celebrity culture. Let's talk about how The Rock is rebranding himself and why his approach to endorsements might be doing more harm than good. The people's champ is becoming the brand's champ. At what cost? Dwayne Johnson's social media has transformed into a non-stop parade of product placements and endorsements. Yet, behind the smiles and perfectly framed photos lurks a question. Is The Rock selling out or simply cashing in on a fading film career? As Johnson's box office draw diminishes, his focus on brand deals and promotions has skyrocketed. Remember when he used to post workout videos and behind-the-scenes movie clips? Now it's all about energy drinks, tequila, and burgers. The Rock's repeated claims of trying In-N-Out for the first time have become a running joke among fans. It's hard to believe someone could forget such a memorable meal, let alone 3 times in recent years. This shift towards constant promotion hasn't gone unnoticed. Johnson's Instagram feeds reads like a who's who of corporate America. From Under Armour to his own Terramana tequila, hardly a post goes by without a carefully placed product. And let's not forget his infamous cheat day posts, which always seem to feature the same brands. It's a far cry from the relatable everyday guy image he cultivated early on in his career. The frequency of these endorsements is staggering. A quick scroll through his social media reveals that nearly 70% of his posts now contain some form of branded content. Compare that to a few years ago when his feed was dominated by gym selfies and candid family moments. The Rock we knew seems to have been buried under an avalanche of sponsored content. But here's the million-dollar question. How much is The Rock's brand actually worth, even as his movies flop? While exact figures are closely guarded, industry insiders estimate that Johnson's endorsement deals now outpace his film earnings. Some reports suggest he's pulling in upwards of $100 million annually from brand partnerships alone. That's a stark contrast to the estimated $20 to $30 million he typically earns per film role. So, as The Rock's Hollywood star dims, his value as a walking, talking billboard seems to be on the rise. But what does this mean for his future in the entertainment industry? Can Johnson maintain this A-list status while becoming increasingly associated with product pitches? Or is he risking alienating the very fans who propelled him towards his stardom in the first place? We've seen The Rock hit rock bottom, but every wrestler knows how to get back up. Is there a plot twist coming in Dwayne Johnson's career that would shock us all? Let's explore how he might flip the script on his very own story. Hollywood loves a good comeback, and Dwayne Johnson's career is primed for a major reinvention. But let's face it, changing his image won't be easy. The Rock has been typecast as the muscle-bound action hero for so long that audiences struggled to see him as anything else. It's like he's trapped in a box office prison of his own making. But there's hope. Just look at Robert Downey Jr. Remember how his career was in shambles? He went from being unhireable to becoming the very face of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It took a combination of humility, smart role choices, and a willingness to poke fun at his own image. The Rock could learn a thing or two about RDJ's playbook. So, what new directions could Johnson explore? Imagine him in a gritty indie drama, playing against type as a vulnerable character grappling with personal demons. Or picture him in a clever comedy that subverts his tough guy image. The key is to surprise audiences and show range beyond his biceps. But here's the million-dollar question. What would it take for The Rock to be taken seriously as an actor again? It's not just about picking different roles, he needs to approach his craft with renewed dedication. Industry experts are divided on Johnson's future prospects. Some believe his brand is too entrenched to make a meaningful shift, while others see untapped potential, arguing that his natural charisma could translate well to more nuanced performances. So, we're left with a burning question. Is The Rock's Hollywood journey nearing its end, or is he on the verge of his greatest transformation yet? Let us know in the comments. Dwayne Johnson's career trajectory speaks volumes about the unpredictable nature of Hollywood stardom. We've seen his box office appeal diminish, critical reviews grow harsher, and his image shift from a relatable superstar to a hyper-commercialized brand. As The Rock approaches a pivotal career moment, the question still stands. Can he rediscover the charm and authenticity that once defined him, or are we witnessing the natural decline of a Hollywood titan? Only time will reveal how Dwayne Johnson reinvents himself, or if he chooses to at all.